China, 1949. From the gates of Tiananmen, Mao Zedong raises his hand before a sea of red flags. He declares the founding of the People's Republic of China. After decades of war, invasion, and revolution, a new era begins. For Mao, this is the culmination of a lifelong dream to transform a broken, humiliated nation into a unified socialist power. But behind the triumph, the new government faces ruin, famine, poverty, and a population exhausted by conflict. Mao calls his new system a people's democratic dictatorship. Democracy, however, is nowhere to be found. Real power lies in the Communist Party, the Central Committee, the Politburo, and its inner circle, the Standing Committee. Among its members, Zhou Enlai, the elegant revolutionary who becomes China's first premier and foreign minister, Liu Shaoqi, the disciplined organizer shaped by years in Moscow, and Mao himself, now the unchallenged leader of a new world. At 55, Mao holds immense personal authority, earned through years of struggle against the Japanese and the nationalists. His charisma inspires loyalty, his writings define ideology. By his side is his wife, Jiang Qing, once a famous actress, now a fierce guardian of Mao's image and ambitions. But the victory of revolution is only the beginning. China is devastated. Its cities lie in ruins, its countryside starves. The communists promise renewal and immediately turn to rebuilding. First comes the land. For centuries, a small class of landlords ruled rural China. Now the party brands them as enemies of the people. Mass rallies fill the villages. Landlords are paraded before angry crowds, condemned and executed. Their lands are divided among the peasants. Over the next 3 years, more than 300 million farmers receive land for the first time. For many, it feels like justice, a long-awaited liberation. But the violence also marks the beginning of a reign of fear. The government moves fast to reshape society. New marriage laws grant women the right to divorce and equal pay. Simplified Chinese characters are introduced to combat illiteracy at the time. Only 1 in 5 can read. Across towns and villages, posters, theater plays, and loudspeakers flood the streets with revolutionary slogans. Every image, every word, teaches loyalty to Mao and the party. Those who resist nationalist sympathizers, businessmen, and so-called counter-revolutionaries are purged. Hundreds of thousands are imprisoned, dispossessed, or executed. China's old elite is broken, and a new socialist order takes shape. Meanwhile, the Cold War divides the world. The West refuses to recognize Mao's government, still calling Chiang Kai-shek's regime in Taiwan the true China. Cut off from the capitalist world, Mao turns to the Soviet Union. In December 1949, he travels to Moscow to meet Joseph Stalin. Their talks are tense, two giants of communism, both wary, both ambitious. Yet they sign a treaty of friendship, promising economic aid, weapons, and technology. 10,000 Soviet advisors soon arrive in China to help rebuild the new state. In 1950, Mao's China faces its first great test. Across the border in Korea, war breaks out between the communist North and the Western-backed South. When American troops push toward China's frontier, Mao decides to act. He sends more than 1 million volunteers into battle. They cross the Yalu River in freezing darkness to fight the most powerful army on earth. The war is brutal. Millions die, among them Mao's own son. But when the fighting ends in 1953, the front lines remain unchanged. To the world, it is a stalemate. To Mao, it is a triumph. China has stood up to the United States and survived. At home, propaganda celebrates the victory. China, impoverished but proud, believes it has entered the ranks of the world's great powers. And Mao's authority, built on revolution and war, is stronger than ever. Yet ahead lie new campaigns, new ambitions, and new disasters. ArtifactEcho, where history speaks, and the present listens.